In this video, I'm going to answer the question, can you get a divorce if you or your spouse are pregnant? Hi, I'm Sean Palmer with the Palmer Law Firm, and I've been practicing law in the state of Texas for 19 years, exclusively in the area of family law, including divorces, child custody, other issues regarding the families in Texas. Sometimes it happens that people want a divorce, although one of the spouses are going through a pregnancy at the time. So the question, can I get a divorce during the pregnancy? The short answer is no. You cannot finalize a divorce, at least in the state of Texas, while one of the spouses is pregnant. And the reason for that is that paternity must be established. Now, paternity is the establishment, the legal establishment of the fatherhood of the child that's expected. And that establishment of paternity confers on the father specific legal rights and duties. Now, until somebody is identified as the father of a child, those rights can't be established, and therefore they can't be put in the final decree if the child's not born yet, because you cannot establish paternity until the child is born. And in the state of Texas, the judges want to include everything in the final decree of divorce, including custody, child support, rights and duties, and all of that. So they cannot finalize a divorce until paternity has been established. So how do you establish paternity? Well, there are three basic ways to do it. One is by presumption. In the state of Texas, it's presumed that the husband of the mother of the child is the father, and as long as nobody contests that, that will be the case. There's another procedure that can be done without necessarily going to court, and that is where the father, the biological father, signs an acknowledgement of paternity. In other words, saying that he definitely is the father, he acknowledges that, and then the biological mother will also sign an acknowledgement that that man is the father of the child. And then the husband will sign a denial of paternity. So you have an acknowledgement of paternity that's signed by the mother and the biological father, and a denial of paternity by the husband. And when those are filed with the Bureau of Vital Statistics in Texas, then the husband is no longer presumed to be the father, and the biological father is established and duties of that. But again, that can't be done until the child is born. And the third way is through an order of the court. If there's doubt about who the father is of the child, then you can file a suit of paternity in the court, and the court will almost always order genetic testing to be done. And again, after the child's born, the genetic testing will happen. And once that report comes back, and it's 99.99% that the biological father, is the father, then you can go ahead and get a divorce. So all of that, however, has to happen after the child is born out of the gestational stages. So a divorce decree, which has to include all of the issues regarding any child or potential child, cannot be completed and won't be completed by the court until the child is born. So there you have it. Now, if you're considering doing a paternity case, these are quite complicated, and I don't recommend that you try to do those on your own. You need to go ahead and probably hire an attorney to do that. But now one other thing I want to say: make sure that you understand that doesn't mean you can't file for a divorce. Okay, sometimes people need to establish exactly what's going to be going on for the next several months while the child is in gestation. So things like who's going to live in the house, and who gets to drive what car, and who has access to money, and maybe spousal maintenance needs to be ordered to one or the other spouse. All those temporary reliefs can be achieved if you file for a divorce. And you can file for a divorce even if you're pregnant, and then get those temporary orders, and then stay on the temporary orders until the child is born. And then at that point you could finalize the divorce and permanently decide who gets to keep what property and what the rights and duties of the child will be. Okay, well, I hope that's been helpful. My name is Sean Palmer with the Palmer Law Firm, where we can't protect your heart, but we can protect your rights. If you have any questions about this video, please leave comments in the sections below, and I wish you the best. Thank you.